today's video, let's see how to make a very delicious and tasty coconut roti. This is basically a Sri Lankan style recipe. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. So let's get started and let's see how to make this delicious coconut roti.
Today I've taken about 3 cups of maida or all-purpose flour. We need about 1 large coconut which is finely grated. The coconut gives a nice soft texture to the roti. We need salt according to taste. And we also need about half a cup of coconut oil. So these are the things that is required for a coconut roti. All-purpose flour, coconut, salt and coconut oil.
So now that the ingredients for this delicious coconut roti is ready, let's get started and let's see how to make this delicious coconut roti. A coconut sambal goes very well with this coconut roti, so I'll show you how to make this coconut sambal as well.
Now let's take a large bowl. Into the bowl, let's add the all-purpose flour, the salt. After adding the salt, let's give a quick mix. Now at this stage, let's add the finely grated coconut. Mix it together. After mixing the coconut and the salt into the flour, let's add sufficient water and make it into a fine dough. Now let's add water little by little and start mixing it with the flour. The dough has to be in a chapati dough consistency. Finally, let's add about half a handful of coconut oil and spread it around the dough. This avoids the dough from becoming dry. Now you can see that this dough is nice and soft and fluffy. Now let's keep it aside. After about half an hour, let's start preparing the roti. Now let's split the dough into 3 to 4 large balls. Today I have divided the dough into 4 large balls. Now let's take a plate. Onto the plate, let's add some coconut oil and spread it. Now let's take the dough and place it on top of the plate and start pressing it and make it into a nice roti. It should be the size of a chapati, a little thicker than a chapati dough. So this is the required size. Now similarly repeat the same process with all the dough. Now let's take a non-stick pan. When the non-stick pan is nice and hot, add about 2 to 3 drops of coconut oil and wipe the non-stick pan thoroughly before adding the dough. Now let's place the roti on top of the non-stick pan and cook it in a low flame. Coconut oil is always preferred for this recipe as it gives a nice flavor to this roti. We can add a few drops of coconut oil on top of the roti and cook it on both sides till you get a nice golden brown color. This roti will not turn into a complete golden brown color. You can see a few golden dots here and there. You can see that the roti is getting nice and golden brown here and there. So this is the color that we are looking for. When the roti is nicely cooked on both sides, we can remove it from flame and serve it hot. So perfect, this is what we are looking for. This roti is nice and crispy on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. Now let's cut the roti into 4 equal pieces. You can also use a pizza cutter. Now let's flip it around. So that's it friends, a delicious coconut roti is ready. Similarly, repeat the same process with all the other roti dough. Now let's start making the sambal. For that I've taken about half a coconut which is finely grated, 1 tablespoon of chili flakes, salt according to taste, 1 lime. We need about 1 medium sized onion. Today I've taken the large onion. You can also use the small shallots. So that's the ingredients for our coconut sambal. We need about half a coconut, onions, lime, chili flakes and salt. So the ingredients for our coconut sambal is ready. So let's get started and make the coconut sambal. Now let's take a mixer jar. Into the mixer jar, add all the ingredients one by one. Let's add the coconut. Now let's add the chili flakes and the salt. Now let's add the chopped onions. And finally, let's add the lemon juice. Do not add water to this recipe. Just grind it coarsely. Now you can see that our coconut sambal is absolutely ready. This coconut sambal goes very well with this roti. Now let's give it a taste. So this is the thickness that we are looking for the coconut roti. Absolutely yummy friends.
So that's it friends, our delicious coconut roti and coconut sambal is absolutely ready. So do try this delicious recipe. You can serve it for breakfast or even for dinner. You can also serve this coconut roti with chicken curry, that also goes very well. So if you like this recipe, like, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Fabulous Chef. See you all soon with another interesting recipe.